I always tell them, make sure your CV is in the ratio of 70-30. Now, what is the 70-30 ratio? 70-30 is, say for example, if you're interested in more than one subject, or you have had diverse experience in multiple subjects and you're not able to streamline, right? So while applying for internship, this should be your approach. That 70, if you're applying for an IPR internship, then 70% of your CV should talk about what skill sets or knowledge do you have related to that particular subject, say IPR, right? And 30% should be anything else you've done. So, for example, if I'm applying for a corp internship and I have done litigation internships as well in the past, then 70% of my CV should be emphasizing upon the different kind of work I've done related to corporate law. And 30%, I can talk about my litigation internship or any other kind of internship. Okay. So, when you have your rough CV ready in front of you, and then you're modifying and creating a specific CV, this is the ratio you can use. Like I have one student, she is one of the toppers of one of the NLUs, top 3 candidates. Now she came to me and she said, Samanaka, I'm interested in both ADR and IPR, and I've done a lot of good work in both the sectors. Like she had written n number of papers and moot courts, and she was doing both her courses also. So she said, how do I streamline? I told her the same thing. Don't try to like mix both the things in the same CV. Have two separate CVs. One CV which has 70% of IPR and 30% of ADR or anything else, and the other CV which has 70% of ADR and 30% of IPR or any other stuff which you've done. And then when you're applying for IPR internships, send your 70% IPR CV, and when you're applying for ADR opportunities, send the CV which has 30% of ADR related information. That makes it more easier for the other person to understand that what are the strong skill sets you have. But if you try to become a jack of all trades, you guys know that COVID is here. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and right now everyone wants to claim themselves to be a jack of all trades, right? So इससे बढ़िया आप एक मास्टर बन जाओ किसी भी एक पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट में. That will be easier for the other person to shortlist. Because अगर कोई IPR lawyer होगा, उसको IPR junior ज़्यादा preferable होगा rather than somebody who can do everything. Of course they would like somebody who can do everything, but majority of IPR work they should be aware of. Now what is the next thing? You've mentioned 70%. Now a lot of people will come and say, Samanaka, I don't even have 70%. मैंने तो अभी, I've just entered my second year or third year or fourth year, and I haven't had the opportunity of doing any kind of corporate internship so far. What do I do, right? How do I make this 70-30 ratio? My suggestion to you would be, start writing articles. Okay. Because articles is one way where you are able to communicate to the other person that yes, I'm aware of this particular subject, right? Even if you've done an internship or not. In college you might have written a lot of papers, like 50 subjects पढ़ते हैं, 50 subjects में 50 research papers लिखते हैं, right? You can talk about that during my like in my third semester I've done a research on so and so particular topic, right? You have to give the indication to the other person that yes, you've studied this law, or yes, you've worked on this. You might have done a moot court, चाहे वो internal moot court में ही क्यों नहीं आपने काम किया है, right? But if you've done anything, mention that in your CV. A lot of people have this thing in their mind that मैम मैंने वो किया तो है, बट क्या मुझे वो लिखना चाहिए, मुझे किसी ने बोला नहीं. See, your CV is your CV. It is your identity. Okay, whatever way you want to represent yourself, do not think about rat race ki janta kya kar rahi hai, majority janta. Because if you end up doing what everybody else is doing, then your application will also get rejected the way their application is getting rejected, right? So you have to add your own flavor. There used to be a psychologist I met last year. He used to say कि when you apply for SSB, सबकी psychology application से कुछ ना कुछ एक fresh खुशबू आती है. किसी का एक फ्लेवर आता है खट्टे का, किसी का मीठे का, किसी का सार का, किसी का जो भी, whatever, salty, whatever you want to say, right? So in the same manner, your CV gives a flavor about your personality. Okay, so you can add anything which is relevant to that particular subject, because of which you can show it to the other person that yes, I am sincere and I am genuinely interested. बोलने को सब बोलते हैं थर्ड ईयर में that I am interested in corp law. उनको ये भी नहीं पता होता कि कॉर्पोरेट में आता क्या क्या, राइट? तो अगर आप भी वो कर रहे हो, या फिर आप सामने वाले को बोल रहे हो कि मैम आई हैव स्टडीड कंपनीज एक्ट इन माय थर्ड ईयर एंड आई जेन्युइनली एंजॉयड द टॉपिक ऑफ मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशन और कैपिटल मार्केट और व्हाटएवर यू स्टडीड इन योर कॉर्प लॉ सब्जेक्ट्स, राइट? एंड देयरफॉर आई डेवलप्ड एन इंटरेस्ट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट. सो योर एप्लीकेशन विल साउंड मोर सिंसियर, right? So that is the thing you have to reflect in your application.